Alright guys, today's the day we tackle the hallway. Alright, so we're gonna start with the elephant in the room. So to give you guys a quick tour, this is our hallway light fixture. Very bold for a hallway, and I'm like this tall, so we're just barely making it by this hallway. Okay, maybe I'm not that tall. On a bad hair day, I guess I'm that tall, right? So there's that. Not gonna throw it away because it is a beautiful piece, I honestly think. I just don't think it belongs to this house anymore. And our phone nook, which we don't have any use for. And then we have over here the same thing and a little nook. But this time, actually when we moved in, I was wondering why they had chimes in the middle of the house. I thought it was weird, but turns out it's a doorbell. And we also have some stains on the floor because it was previously carpeted. Just stains from the carpet, so it just sits there. But we're gonna give it a fresh coat of paint, so no worries. And that wraps up the mini hallway tour. I don't know how to change a light fixture, but we're gonna tackle it, right? There's supposed to be a black, red, and a copper. Yep, this isn't gonna go well. Okay. I didn't take into consideration that this is a very old house, so the wiring would have looked a little different. Now I know not to touch anything else by myself.
Me either.
You either?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I did end up phoning a friend and I was just like, yeah, I don't think this is gonna work. So she was super kind enough to drive over and help me out. She worked her magic and she color coded the cords for me. Plus she went the extra mile and installed the new light fixture. So I am like super grateful for her. Okay, so here's another first for me. This hallway was clearly outdated and it is definitely time to get rid of these edges. I had an employee at Home Depot explain to me step by step like how to tackle this hallway makeover, and he explained it in like Kim terms. So I understood everything he was saying to make this work. So my confidence, it was pretty high walking out the store. So this trick I learned when I was like in middle school, when I used to put a quarter under my paper and just color it. And it honestly was the only thing I could think of to give me like an accurate measurement of the space. And it worked like so perfectly. So I cut that out and then traced it over a piece of drywall, which was less intimidating than I imagined. What was not working were these screws that I tried to attach into the nook. Like, I don't want to discuss like what just happened here because I'm just surprised that this didn't even fall out overnight. I was just really shocked that it was still on the wall. After the plaster dried, I went ahead and sanded it down, made it somewhat smooth. So this is what this is looking like. I left some of the textures I made because the rest of the wall has texture, so I was trying to make it not look too odd. But this is it. I think I did pretty okay. I think I did okay. I didn't know how to close the inside of this, so I'm just gonna add LED lights. So the plant that I do plan to bring here will have some lights behind it. Just make use of the space that I could have closed. All right, so that went way smoother than I thought. I thought the chimes were connected to something electrical, but thank goodness they were just cords. So I still can't decide if I want to keep it gold, just do a fresh coat, or if I want to do black. My heart is like really set on black, so maybe I'll just go with it. And this is the cover that went with it. It reminds me of, I don't think it's the paramedic I'm thinking of. Maybe a first aid kit. It reminds me of a first aid kit. It came out so good, guys. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Until I realized I actually didn't like it and ended up spraying it several more times after that. And on the final spray, I just went with black because it was just simple and you can't go wrong with black. Also went ahead and spray painted the chimes, which also changed the sound of the doorbell, if that made any sense. Oh my gosh, this is the moment that I've been waiting for. I've never been this excited to actually paint. The paint that I'm using in this hallway makeover is from Clare's. I'm going to go ahead and leave the link to the colors that I'm using in the description box. For the baseboard, I'm just using a simple white. This specific color is called Snow Day. What really should have happened was I should have replaced the baseboards, but honestly, I don't have what really should have happened bank account, so Claire is just gonna work her magic and add a fresh coat of paint to freshen up the space. All right, so because everything is like flat, the only texture thing really are like the walls, and everything's just like pretty much flat. So I'm gonna give this area behind the doorbell chimes just texture. So we got these from Home Depot, not surprising. So we got these from Home Depot. My husband already cut them to fit already. I just have to figure out where they go on here. And I'm just gonna do this across. Just do that across. They're gonna be painted over. I like the raw wood look, but we didn't get enough to have them like super close.
The hammer is.
Alright, so these were my paint choices from last time. If you guys saw my last video, I had these four up and I asked you guys to help me choose it. I actually chose this one originally, but that's not the color I went with. Instead, I went with the color 2 Scoops. I've honestly been craving pistachio ice cream ever since, and I think I'm actually gonna go get some today. And I just want to give a big thank you to Clare for sharing their paint with me. They have a huge selection of paint colors. I really enjoy scrolling through their color names and having the paint delivered right to my home. Sometimes I just avoid touching stuff because I know how clumsy I could be. I was trying to remove the AC controller thing, but instead the battery portion just dropped directly into the paint, completely covered. I was just happy that it wasn't freezing outside because that would have been a totally different story. They also have paint and stick paint samples if you're not sure which color would suit your space. I ordered 4 paint samples, and that's pretty much how we landed here with this gorgeous shade of green. And if you can't decide what color best suits your space, which I have that trouble all the time, they have an online quiz for that, which then recommends 3 top paint colors based on your answers. And I did take the test, I did, and it matched me very well, honestly. I was actually really shocked. So they gave me 3 top paint colors. I'll leave that link down below too if you guys want to take the quiz just to see what color would fit your space, fit your style, and let me know what color you guys end up with. Put them in the comments. I love reading their paint names. It's just, I don't know, it's kind of comforting. I ended up doing 2 coats for the trims and 1 coat for the wall, and any paint that could do 1 coat is definitely a win in my book. I found these at Target. These are those $5 frames that are in their dollar spot. So I found these. The covering is not glass, it's actually plastic. So for those picture frames, I originally wanted to go with black and white, but I still wanted some color, so I figured out what to do. I use an app. So to edit, I use Lightroom. I use Lightroom to edit my photos. So that's what I did. I picked something that had like similar colors and clothing, that way all the photos would come out the same. So this is what this one looks like, but the original. So this is what the original looked like, and how do I undo that? And this is what the filter is. So I did that with all my photos, and here they are. So there's this one. I took this one about 2 weeks ago. We were just playing around with the camera and I got this shot. I was like, oh my gosh. He's so cute. He's such a cutie. And this is them when they were younger. I think this was like 3 years ago. No, that can't be 3. A little over 2 years ago, because it's so short. It's so cute. So all the photos have green. All our jackets are green actually, except for his. That's why he's standing out. But I love the color pop, and I love that like all the photos are like similar. It's like black and white with like a pop, but it's actually like green. And there's this one, but I don't think I'm gonna use this one because it's so much brighter. Like all these are like this moody, deep filter, and then this one's a little lighter. So I'm gonna use these 3. I do have a 4th photo, but okay. So let's get these into picture frames. I'm pretty sure we all saw this coming. Plants are definitely involved in any makeover space that I do. A quick reminder of what the hallway once was, and here it is now. No more 70s. I was able to still add a lot of character in this small space without the cluttered look. Again, thank you, Claire, for this amazing color choice. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Again, the links are down below in the description box. I will see you guys in my next video.